So how are you all good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all surviving the human farm here.
Yeah, I know, but we've woken up. That's the good thing. And what we're going to get is rid of debt. That's what they've got on us. That's their hold on us is debt. It's debt that they create out of nothing. So each bank that we've got, as we know these stories, I'm from a finance background, guys, so I know all about how the system works, okay? So I've spent 24 years in finance. I worked for the big international firms, and it's very unfair the way the system is. The poor bugger, the middle class, all we want to do is go up a few steps, but every time we go up, they'll create something to bring us back down. And now we you know, they've tried so many things, another war, another catastrophe, but it's just not working. So what we're heading for is a recession or a global recession. We're having a global slowdown, but people aren't spending, and that's the problem. And what happened in Europe, especially in Greece where my mother was raised, is they're refusing to borrow now. So they're not borrowing from the Rothschild banks, and they're having problems. And the same thing's coming here. The millennials don't buy the bullshit. But people like me have got mortgages and rental properties, and we're trying to get out of it, but we can't. Well, we're trying.
Well, from that
Go, love.
I was just going to say, from that perspective, I mean, it's my understanding that the Nasara and the Jasara, will be coming in. Hopefully, if that ends up being true, where all debt will be forgiven.
I doubt that very much. I find we're very lucky in Australia because in this country, it's a beautiful country. It's blessed with resources, more than any country can dream of. But we have our major trading partner, which is China, and we have our friends in America, and we're trying to please both. But we got it. President Trump now has told us we have to choose, and we've chosen the state. But it doesn't advantage us in Australia because basically we let our farmers down 25 years ago, and now we got problems again with our trade because if we're siding with our biggest ally, we're losing our trade. And our number one trading partner, Australia, is China.
Yeah, well, with the whole Agenda 21 and 2030 with the United Nations, part of that is, taking the famine, taking away all the food, all the farmers and all of that. And,
that's what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
But the problem is that
on the flip side,
yep.
On the flip side, do we actually need China? Did we have China 100 years ago? Why is it? We know that climate change is a fallacy. It's all fabricated, just like the banks, right? So what say some good people? The only reason we're going to fail if good people do nothing, right? So what say if some good people just decide to go and blow all the dams? I'd rather take a flood than a fire. But having said that, that's not a safe place. But anyway, you got to do something. Sometimes you got to break a few eggs to, make yourself an omelette. So what say a few good people in communities start to get together and do that? And what say if we do work in communities instead of on a global scale? Who says money's the be-all, end-all anyway? This is cause and effect creation, and it's what we decide to create that brings us what we have today.
Absolutely.
And this takes time, so this has happened over a period of time. So what say we decide we're not going to go down that track anymore? I prefer to ask and speak with the real guides as opposed to anybody else on this planet, and I don't care what anyone says. I make a few different things and they say, oh, well, you can channel this person, channel that person. I don't want to channel anyone. I just ask the real guides, and I get guidance from it. And one thing, I was listening to Ariana when I was driving back from work just now, and a thought come to my mind. I made these stickers, with the new friends and everything. And one of the ones I've got on my shop window is with the dolphins. It says, we look after the all natural environment. And I've noticed in the last few weeks, people are actually stopping and looking at these stickers, because I've put up we look after the environment, and they're all the environment stickers and with new you on them. And I woke up this morning, this is before I got the phone call, the Skype call. I woke up this morning and I was thinking, maybe I need to get some bumper stickers done. And I was thinking, Wouldn't that be great if I just put the bumper sticker on? Every car behind me starts going, you. I thought, that's a great idea. I'm going to get some bumper stickers done. So why do we have to go down that track that's destroying us? Why don't we just go off on our own track where we know is going to work better for us?
I'll answer that question for you. I'll give you an example now. In Northern Territory in Australia, we've had these like so-called, let's give you an example. We had a bug that was bothering the banana plantations. Guess what happened? They blamed it on the bananas at the back of backyards. So they went and got all the banana trees that people were growing their own banana trees and got rid of them. We had the same problem with the vine leaves. And now recently they've told us that there's some sort of disease with lime. So what they're doing is they're stopping us growing our own fruit in our own backyard. And we're going down the road that America went through, which is a big disaster with geoengineering with food, where the Europeans refused to buy it. Now we're going down a road.
Only if you let them. Only if you let them. And you're talking on a global scale, and you're talking on a scale that they're not even ready to implicate right now. So no, I still grow veggies in my backyard. I actually live in Rockhampton, which is
in Darwin. If you grew a vineyard, a vine leaf, they will come and cut it down and say it's got a disease on it because they're protecting their own industries.
They keep growing them.
You can't. They'll come in with guns, love. You got no idea. Where I live is in Northern Territory. Okay? I'll tell you a bit of gossip what's going on. We're going to have the biggest American base in Southeast Asia. It's moving from Okinawa to Darwin. There's a place called Tyndall, and there's a place called now Glide Point, where there's a secret base going on there. The Allies are getting kicked out of Japan, and they're bringing them through here. So this place has got huge significance in the world. Massive. And to make
considering Morrison become a Zionist.
We sold a port to the Chinese, which pissed off Barack Obama and a lot of other people, but it was a strategic thing for trade, but ended up being a big disaster. So what I'm trying to say is they're cutting us down. They're making it really hard to even grow fruit in our backyard. I don't know what's happening overseas, but it's happening here in Australia.
Well, Australia's a big place, as you know, and our neighbours in our community are growing and still trading their veggies and fruit. And we don't, like majority of people, I live in a place called Rockhampton, you probably know it, on the central Queensland coast.
Yep.
Majority of people that I've noticed just in the last year and a half have massively stopped going to supermarkets, and we go to all the local people. Now, because money is their system, use your dollar to vote. You go into the supermarkets around here, the fruit are going rotten. We refuse, even if, I mean, you know, the fruit markets sometimes are not the best fruit, but we eat them. We buy from the locals, you know. Yeah. And it's not about having the best food. It's about not allowing them to control everything that you do. And the only way you do that is by voting with your dollar and stop spending it there.
Sounds good. What's life like abroad?
Yeah, who else wants to share what's going on in India or the US? Anybody else want to share?
I can tell you something very funny. There was a Chinese New Year function last night, but not too many people wanted to go because we were a bit afraid with the coronavirus.
What's up with you, Titus? Or Nat, you want to share? Nat? Natarajan?
Nothing new. That same last time I talked, the citizenship issue, that thing is going on. The economy they are ruining, the agriculture they are ruining.
I'm back.
Nothing from the real side, Nat?
Beg your pardon?
I'm asking Natarajan in India if he's seen anything on the real side.
I don't dream much, but I intuitively I feel the sound light vibrating through me all the time. My focus and intent is there with ALLLISSS.
Yeah, that's wonderful, Nat. That's great. And I see Olga was sharing the call from last time, the Friday Down Under call we do. I saw Olga was sharing it, and people are watching the video Kevin made on YouTube. I went and did it the next day. We've been busy doing some funny things here. I haven't had a chance to do it again, but it's really cool. I renamed it the Endless Walk. I thought that was kind of fun.
Yeah, Endless Walk.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. I really like it. I gotta figure out a space here and do it around a couple of trees or something. Do it on the grass and yeah, it's wonderful. Just it's very, very cool. It's a cool way to, like we said last time, move the physical body and keep focused at the same time. So yeah, I really appreciate that. It's very cool.
The science behind it is that even though we have two nozzles, the breath goes through only one nozzle for 22 hours. Only between 3 and 5, the breath goes through both the nozzles, because we have been mutated. We don't breathe through both the nozzles all the 24 hours. Only between 3 and 5, the breath goes through both the nozzles. All other times, we breathe with only 50% efficiency. The breath goes through one nozzle only. When we do the 8 walk, after 15 minutes, we make the breath go through both the nostrils. So we start operating at 100% efficiency.
That's great. And intuitively from that, Nat, what are you seeing is happening? You know, like last time you were saying that you were seeing the only way to really get through to people on this planet and create some kind of change in the physical experience of people is with some help from some other people.
Actually, during the talk, you can't say they don't know. Basically, they don't want to know. People, they don't want to know. Ignorance is not absence of knowledge. Ignorance is not willing to recognize, not willing to know. That how can we change that unwillingness? Because that is their choice. Only we can place the truth. That's all we can do.
You can make bumper stickers with "new you" and get everyone on the road driving and singing "new you" and confusing themselves. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, that's how it works, is just from what we can see individually to creatively share what makes sense with people, and then to the point where it becomes your whole life. Every moment is recognizing what makes sense and sharing that recognition with people, and as we keep doing it and we keep doing it all the time, it gets better, and we become more aware so that we can better support ourselves and becoming self-sufficient. And then as more and more of us recognize each other and what makes sense, more and more people will see it, because each of us can reach people differently, and it just gets better. And so yeah, it's a real adventure. It really is. I'll buy a bumper sticker, Olga, and I'll go put them on cars in parking lots without people, seeing me or something.
Yeah, you can make them. They're super cheap, and you can offer them out or sell them, you know, $1.50 a bumper sticker or whatever. But I just, like, when I woke up, I just thought that would be the funniest thing, because people read bumper stickers, you know, or you could make them that go round, and because you've got like the one with the dolphin and singing you, and people won't be able to help themselves. They'll start saying it, and then they have discussions in the car, and before you know it, you've put it into people's lives and they don't even know what it is. And I just thought, well, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great. That's, you know, that's very cool. Yeah, great. It's very creative. I like it. Yeah. And what's going on in Oregon, Tim? What's happening up there?
Hi, Beans. Oh, we're getting a little bit of the moisture here in Southwest Oregon. I was just listening to the discussion and about our awareness, and thinking about how we're on this human farming prison planet. And it seems like here in this, whatever you call it, illusion or temporary place, that the real gift that's being shared with us, and how we can share this with others, is how we can not have to experience this physical stuff or the psych realm stuff anymore, and get into these real universes. And that how important it is with the new song, a new you song being given as like our first steps to show the real guides that we are sincere, and we're trying by putting out the effort to sing this song and read the books that Dwayne is presenting to the whole world, and maybe other worlds at the same time. I don't know, but how it seems like what I'm aware of is that these reptilians and their advanced technology, like I've heard Dwayne say, I'm pretty sure that if they can't have it the way they want it on Earth, that they'll just destroy this place. And it sounds like they do have the ability to destroy this physical speck of dirt here in the psych realms. So our effort to present this new presentation is like the gift to get out of this prison, human farming prison planet, and help others that are ready. That there isn't any coincidences, I've heard Dwayne say. So when a person is guided to hear about the new presentation, they have their choice to pay attention or not. And I think that the real guides see that they have the opportunity, that they have been tempered enough to find out about what this new presentation is about. So it's just like the beginning right now of what this is going to grow into for those here in this planet, and whatever other realms in these psych realms that the gift is being given. So how important each of us are at this time, for everyone, and to find our way to share this, whether we have to create our own, whatever you want to call it, television or way to present it, because even the resistance of the ones that control this earth aren't going to let even our technology that we're talking on right now grow too much. I've already noticed that they've censored me for the first time ever, just for posting some of the stuff about the new presentation, that they blocked me or something for a certain amount of time because wasn't with their community standards or something. So I see that they can pretty much cut off this means anytime when they decide to. Then we won't even have a Skype to talk on, or who knows what's developing. But they're seeing that if this is a way for us to share, that they can prevent it from happening.